Guys, they do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
What's going on? How are you, Jason?
What is this live on right now? What is this live on right now?
We're on Facebook, baby. Facebook.
Oh.
For those who don't know where that is, it's this. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is where we stream the show, so you can check it out in real time.
Other side.
Just getting a bit of the liquid fuel going. You got some liquid fuel too, right? Am I right?
Yeah, bro. Anyway, the good thing is that we have lots of things to talk about because Josh and I haven't seen each other again for like a long time.
Yeah, you're finally back in Brisbane though, which is dope. What's up?
Only temporarily though. Only temporarily.
True. That's true.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Hey, comments. What's up, Alex? How's it going? Peace. I love that we can
Alex,
show the comments, and I'm finally using the, for those who are watching this on video, finally using the Stream Deck to control today's.
So those buttons are little LCD screens, right?
Yeah, it's literally a screen. So whatever. Whatever you flick
the logo
into
for
the,
it.
yeah, whatever you flick into the graphic of it, it will just pop up. It's pretty sweet. So, yeah, it's all good. So, yeah, what's up? Oh, we got a few Patrons in the building as well. Pat,
Damn, straight up, Scotty P getting straight to the point. Straight to the point of the podcast. If the double lift and a card control is the must-know move for cards, what are the two must-know moves for coins? Josh, what do you think?
Oi.
I think a retention vanish and a good classic palm. You know, that's what I think.
I think retention vanish for sure. You got to know how to roll a coin too. I think that's definitely.
No, it's not really. It's more of a flourish over like a. You know, I think he's referring to like sleight of hand moves, because otherwise he would have been like, a spring.
Yeah, sure. But I think with coins, like if you can do this, it's going to help with your dexterity. You know, if you're doing all these things, it's not a bad thing to know. But yeah, definitely retention. And then hand wash. And maybe even like one of the concealments like JW or Goshman or,
I don't think JW is that useful, to be honest. I think JW looks like a concealment. You know what I mean? I've never really been a fan of the JW.
Sure. I mean, that's just my thoughts anyway. So.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have thoughts, Josh. No, I'm just kidding. I have sound effects. So I've acquired a new apartment in Sydney.
Hey.
Now, the beautiful thing is, ironically, this is so funny too, Josh. They gave me a little pay increase at Eat Streets this week.
Oh.
Just as I'm moving, it's so funny.
Can you say how much, or is it on the DL?
No, I don't like to discuss figures.
Substantially? Like quite a bit, or like a little bit?
It's enough that it's like it's good. You know what I mean? Like let's just say it would cover a week's rent.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay, love it. It must have been from that week I covered for you.
No, it's because I came back and killed it, man. Did some massive shows, even though everyone was wearing masks. It's funny.
Did you film any of it? I'm still.
Although I will say though, John did say that he really liked you, the owner of Eat Streets. Did you show him some magic?
No, I didn't show him any magic, but I showed like that table of people that I showed the other time we filmed again.
Yeah, he said he really liked you, man.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty funny because the first encounter he ever had of you was when you made that car appear.
Yeah.
And he said he hated it. He said he didn't like that at all.
Well,
but then when he saw you doing the close-up stuff, he was like, oh, damn, he's actually really good. And I was like, yes, bro. I was like, Josh is one of the best in Australia.
Well, thanks, man. Well, the thing with the BMW thing was like, because it was so rushed and we never got to rehearse it live.
Bro, turn your mic up. Turn your mic up a bit.
Oh, is that better? Is that better for you?
Better.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you. So the reason why it was actually not that great live was because like the massive screen they have in that area where normally Johnny Drama DJs doesn't look very good on live projection. So when we finally got to live project it, it was so faint and like hard to see. It's one of those things. But
yeah, it's one of those things where it's out of your hands, right?
But I'm glad he liked it. Totally.
It's like a redemption.
Oh, this is an interesting question. Did you send an audition clip for Fool Us or applied for it.
Who's this? Where's this? I don't see this.
It's on the screen right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. Did you, Josh? You going to do it?
So here's the thing. I have applied once before. Maybe it's probably 3 years ago now. My buddy Brendan Dooley and I, we did this joint show together quite a while back, and we were like, you know what? Let's just send like the one effect of it to Fool Us, because at the time we'd seen the post, send your email to blah 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 blah, and we're like, cool. But yeah, we didn't hear anything back. So that was the last time I had applied, because I don't. Since then, I hadn't had anything like unique enough to say yes, like this would be worth showing on there. You know what I mean?
Maybe we should do a duo act for them, bro. What do you think?
I mean, we should definitely film something for sure.
Yeah. What do you think? Should we take a stab at it together?
Sure.
Or are you just going to go at it yourself?
I think we should do both. You should send in your whip stuff, and I should send in my dance stuff, and then we'll also send something joint.
Yeah. How do you pronounce my name, Josh?
For my whole life, I've said Maya, but I know it's Ma. But the problem is I've said Maya so much now in my life, and I think in the beginning I must have said it and you just didn't correct me. So now that's just my automatic response. But Ash, I'll try to say his name correctly. All right. I will try. I will try.
Thanks, Libido.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, Scotty sent us a blank comment. That's awesome. Just nothing.
So anyway, yeah. What would you do? What would you do if you're going to go on Penn and Teller's Fool Us though? Like what? I know that they want tricks that fool them, but they also want tricks that are uniquely entertaining.
Yeah.
So
100%.
like, obviously, I mean, they've had Gazzo and they're doing the cups and balls, which obviously they know, but it's just such an entertaining thing when he does it. So do you think like you could slide in? Obviously, I don't think that I have material that could fool them. I don't know about you.
No,
but
that's it. I haven't got anything that is super unique yet. That would be fooling.
I'm not addicted to beer. We're just in a very committed relationship. That's the punchline of my shirt, baby.
Nice.
Baby, nice shirt. But anyway, I think if I was going to go on there, I'd have to do something that was extremely entertaining. Man, I'd want to do like some classic stuff though. I'd want to do like some old school shit. Like if they'd let me do the cups and balls, man, I'd try and find a way to make the cups and balls different so that it was like a new experience.
Yeah.
Or like, linking rings or, just something.
I think that it's got to be, you got to show them. Like you got to be like, this is what I would do. And then they say whatever. And the other thing is, you're right. Like whatever you do, the magic community, the whole magic community is going to watch it. People are going to do reaction videos to it. And so like, it's not like just a random video you're putting out. It's like the thing most people now are going to associate you with that probably only magicians at least, but.
Yeah. So you want to be funny as hell, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in my case, you want to be funny as hell or, just entertaining AF, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
And that'll be the trick. So I wonder what classic I would do. Man, you know what I've never seen done on there, actually? I have never seen the ball and vase ever done on that show before. And I know that I have a very unique presentation of the ball and vase.
Yeah, right. Okay. Is that
where you like
a video?
I could borrow, like I could finish off with the Inception, the Bill and Lime or whatever, where you produce it from the ball and vase.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, baby. That'd be good, eh?
Okay. That would be good. That would be sick.
And then everyone would be all like, oh, this guy went on Penn and Teller's Fool Us with a kid's trick. Mad lad.
We should, yeah. All right. Well, we should film it then. We should definitely film it. Get it going.
Yeah, let's do that.
So today's Monday. So now you've just had your reign of gigs. You were saying today, because we did our Patreon Zoom hangout yesterday. You were saying today
I've
is
been
like
really busy. I've actually been freakishly busy this weekend. Like I literally flew in on Thursday, and as soon as I got in, I had to like go into the city, collect like a new amp and shit. Whoops, we can't swear on this one because this is live. But collect like a new amp. I had to get like all my props together because I left my main show gear in Sydney. I have a second set of gear. I always keep a second set of gear, and truthfully, like I reckon I will finagle a way to leave a set of gear here at the old Eat Street so that I can travel back willy-nilly and do the market still.
Just zip back.
Yeah, instead of having to fly with like all my equipment, and do that, I could just fly back with a 7 kilo bag and know that I've got a set here.
I think that's cool
Uh,
if you can just have a setup in each city eventually. Every time you travel, it's
yeah,
already
originally
there.
back in the day, back in the glory days, baby, when I was traveling so much, I had a set of gear in Melbourne, I had a set of gear in Sydney, and then I also had my set of gear at home as well. I
Wow,
just left them with friends and stuff. Yeah.
clever man.
Yeah,
I
it made it
know.
so much easier to travel around to each city. But
I'm pretty sure there's a great magician here in Brisbane that works with snakes a lot. He's a brilliant children's entertainer, and I know it's John, but I can't remember his stage name. But he works with snakes, and I'm pretty sure because he would do a ton of work in sort of like more North Australia. He would have two setups, so like he kept some snakes up there already, and then had some here, so that he didn't have to travel them. So
yeah,
I
and
think,
I totally agree with that sort of logic.
yeah,
I mean, you've done it before, flying with equipment. I mean, I think your show pack's pretty small though, right?
yeah, nothing of mine when I'm doing a show in other cities and stuff. Nothing. It all fits in a suitcase. So super
Yeah, yeah.
lucky on that
So
aspect.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, obviously I do a lot of classic magic, so I have to carry like a kangaroo pouch full of stuff and cups and balls and bloody all this other stuff, big table, all that stuff. So yeah, it's just good to have extra sets of gear. But I've always been like a connoisseur of collecting cups and balls equipment. Like I've got many a cups and balls sitting around the place.
I remember meeting up with Jason's older version of himself, James
Yeah,
Hessler.
James Hessler. Yeah,
There
there
we
you go.
go.
You got it.
I remember hanging out with him in Sydney, and he's like, "Oh, so where's all your show stuff?" And I was like, "Oh, it's in this," and it was like literally just a carry-on sized suitcase, and he just couldn't believe it. He's like, "Damn, that's great." I was like, "Thank you, James. Thank you."
Yeah, I do have a show that fits in a backpack. So I have a few different shows, but my main show that I do the most is just big and bulky, and you got to carry a lot of shit. But yeah, I got this nice little setup. I got this show that fits in probably like a little carry bag, right? I could probably fit in there. Even the table is designed to fit in a little. I had a table recently made that would specifically fits actually right here next to me. I'd show you, but it's covered in jank. But it's a good sized table. It's like a chop cup routine as well. So it's just one little cup and you don't have to carry too much around. It's good. It's a nice little setup.
Sick.
But and then I've got a show that's massive and just a lot of stuff.
You always
Why
get,
are magicians obsessed with different design cards? And do so many people launch that? Like, why do so many people launch these projects? I guess
and they're always on like a funding,
Kickstarter.
right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
I think the next comment answers
the
that pretty
fortunate
well.
thing is, I think that the dollars. Well, that as well, but it's also a great way to make your mark on the magic community. Like, let's give an example. So, Mr. Fontaine, prior to that deck, if you weren't a Theory 11 fan, and you had to be like a pretty big fan of Theory 11 because he was only on the marketplace, he wasn't in the main site. And so Zach Mueller, yeah. So if you weren't, if that never happened, if he never made that deck, you wouldn't know who Zach Mueller was, for example, right?
True.
And everyone knows who he is. He's the Fontaine guy. He's got a whole. I think he opened like a clothing store and stuff. Like it's like a Supreme style type of, thing now. It's crazy. And then you've also got people like Dan and Dave, for example. I don't think anyone would have known who they were if it wasn't for their cardistry stuff. Like when they put out their decks of cards, and then on top of that, they put out the trilogy. Prior to that, no one, I don't like, unless you were like really into the scene, I don't think anyone knew who they were, especially not punters like us, right?
That's right.
And so, yeah, it's just a fantastic way to really get yourself in the mix, baby. I would love to make a deck of cards myself.
Same.
And a GoFundMe. Yeah, GoFundMe is the right way to do it for sure. I mean, even our friend Nathan Dharma did it through a FundMe.
Yeah. Yeah, he kickstarted his decks and they sold out. It does amaze me like how many of them sell out. Like, is there just a massive group of
it's the community, man. It's
card
the
buyers, and they're like,
right?
yep, buy them. Yep, buy them. Crazy. Oh, and he's gone. That was amazing. How'd you do that? Let me just jump back for a quick second.
No, it's just lighting up my area a little bit more, turning on some lighting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just get that crispy footage. So anyway, yeah. So did you see my jocks on the couch there? Did you see that?
Which ones are they? The straight jacket?
Right there.
Oh, look at that. Nice. For those who are just listening, he's pointing to some sweet jocks. They'll be on eBay soon. Bids starting at $50.
Don't worry, they're mighty clean. It's just where I unloaded my stuff when I arrived back from Sydney. I just tipped it all under the couch because it's been wild. So old man voice. I remember back in the day of the black tigers. They were awful. You know, I remember that too, actually. I remember I had this friend. His name was Alex Cowell, and he was a pretty talented like card guy. I don't think you've met him, Josh. But he was he was like a Filipino kid, and he's one of the reasons why I got seriously into Magic. But he was obsessed with the black tigers, right? And he used to have so many of them, and for some reason, I always just hated them. I just couldn't get on board with the fact that they were like black faced, and so I didn't like it. I didn't like it because then when you like perform somewhere, they're just really unnaturally like they just don't look right. Yeah,
yeah, and
I just never liked it.
And I found that because of how much ink was on them, eventually they would get sticky. Did you find that? Yeah,
yeah. I've actually got a deck over here of them. And I've only used it like once, and it's clumpy.
yeah. I've still got one like in the archive in my shoebox.
Yeah,
not good.
It's shocking.
It's
just
not
shocking, man.
good. But I think.
It was like when do you remember when they put out that Halloween deck? It was kind of like gray, and it had those weird like misplaced faces on the things. It was like it was a pretty common one. You could buy it at like any shop in Brisbane. You know, it's just like a.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're talking about Zero. It's like gray face. It's like the cards are like slightly gray with like a little bit of red on the back.
Are they the ones that would show up in like a black light? Like they would be fluoro? Because that might be a different deck. But I do remember one.
Either way,
yeah,
they used to clump as well. They were terrible.
Yep. And now,
you know what I am surprised about is that these ones here that Chris Ramsey put out, these first ones, these ones surprisingly do not clump. I thought they would because of the foiling, like the gold foiling.
Yeah, I
was like for sure because there's so much gold on these. Like I would say there's an unnecessary amount of gold. It's got the gold borders, the gold thing, a little bit too much in my opinion. But they do not clump, and I've been playing with this deck now for like probably 2 months. Oh,
yeah,
2 months or so, and it's still good. It's still good.
Wow. Well,
still good, baby.
That's the sign of a good quality deck right there. And now I see there's the new Game Over deck coming out is like gilded on the side.
Yes, that seems to be a big trend. That seems to be a big trend these days, gilded decks. I've seen Bao and his Boba Tea deck now has gilded signs.
Right. Because in the history of gilding, like they've never made for good cards. They've just made for nice looking cards. Like that gold deck that everyone has.
Deck that was good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. The only reason I know the word gilded is because I watched our boy Kia's video this morning, and like he said the word gilded 50 times, which is
yeah. So
very informative.
I started watching that video. Yeah. No lack of love for the guy, but I couldn't get past the first the start of the video. It was just too much. Too much B-roll.
I stopped after the 10th gilded, but still, like for anyone who wants to know about that deck, like that's the video to watch. So,
oh yeah, dude, he's informative as hell about decks.
Yeah,
so
deck,
decking around. By the way, you going on decking around?
I would love to.
I thought they reached out to you, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, they did. They said they're just figuring out their schedule, which that might mean they just don't like me. But no, they said, they said they're keen. They probably just got tons of people that want to go on it, you know, because it's a platform where people are watching. So of course, every magician or creator would love to get on there. Unlike our channel, which
you're talking about, that channel's amazing.
No, it is amazing. Absolutely. Let's go. Ours is amazing.
That was pretty sad. For both of us.
I'm here for you, bro.
Chris Orbit with his Orbits. The Orbit Browns are coming out, are they? Or are you saying Chris Brown?
I think
he's up to like V8 now.
I reckon like the easiest deck to bring out has got to be the Nox. Don't you reckon?
Yeah,
like
Alex Pandrea.
That's so funny.
And to his credit, I actually love those decks.
Same.
Like Nox are gorgeous. They look so good. And I think that he really takes the time to think about the colors that he puts on them, because obviously a plain backed deck is going to be a bit bland, but with a really nice color, it's going to be legitty.
Like it's actually really clever. Like the fact that it's just a color and you can release every color, but it still looks beautiful because that plain look is just fantastic.
Yeah, he really picks out the good colors though.
Yeah.
He don't mess around, baby.
Yeah. But, one day there'll be the Ma deck. I went to say Mayor again. The Ma deck. The Norbito deck. The Magic Guys deck. I can see this happening.
Who knows, bro? I think we just have to do it, right? Like, I think it's one of those, like, you have to take the leap of faith and do it. We only need to front $6,000, I think it was.
Only 6.
That's it, bro. $6,000.
We got this. You can just go out to eat streets for a weekend. Done.
I wish I could make $6,000 that quickly. That would be insane.
Well, in Sydney, I'm sure you can.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know that I don't tell you guys figures on this. Like, I won't tell you how much Eat Streets is paying me and stuff. Partly out of respect to them as well, right? But I can tell you this. When I was in Sydney before I came back, there was the long holiday. So 4 days. Long holiday. It was gorgeous holiday. And I went out every single day of that holiday, that little 4-day stint. And in just 4 days, I made, I would say it was like $3,500. And that wasn't like busking 8 hours a day. That was doing like 2 hours here and then 2 hours there. And then, just sort of like little 2-hour bits here and there. I wasn't doing too much. I didn't really work that much at all, actually. But it was just like, I was like, ah, crap. Now I have to live here. I was like, I can't stay in Brisbane now.
It went too well to ignore it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It was, and not only that, it presented a new, like, as well as like presenting opportunities, it presented a new challenge, right? Of like, obviously I know I can survive in Brisbane, right? I know I can live here and it's, whatever, it's Brisbane. But down there, I have to hustle again. I have to get on the grind. I have to do the work, and that excites me a little bit.
There'll be new people there you can collab with at the same time.
Say again, sorry?
There'll be new people there that you can collab with,
Yeah, I mean, I hung out with Adam Axford and our boy Isaac. Not Isaac, sorry. I always do that. Vincent, sorry. And I can tell you that hanging out with them, it was like the first time I had hung out with new magicians and thought to myself, like, oh, check this out, Josh. Super visual, baby. Look at this. This is a.
If you're only listening to this, you're missing out on a little visual right here. I'm talking about.
Do you know who made that trick? Do you know who made that trick?
Doug Conn?
No, Timothy Wenk.
Timothy what?
W-E-N-K.
Oh, Wenk. Wenk.
Wenk.
Wank. Just a sec, going for a wank.
Yeah,
and I'm back.
But yeah, it's a good trick. It's funny. It's just funny. Dude, some of these dudes come up with some really visual stuff and it flies under the radar. I don't even know what this trick is called. It was just sent to me randomly. But it was just the gimmick. There was no box. There was nothing. No instructions. I had to figure it out.
Oh, damn.
And then I figured it out and I was like, wow, that's actually surprisingly visual and awesome. But I don't know anything about it, man.
Huh. Is there something to do?
Misled. There you go. Misled.
Thank you, Alex. Interesting. Is there?
Misled,
I was going to say, like, is there some correlation with him doing that trick using a pencil and his last name?
Who knows? I don't know, bro.
I don't know either.
All I know is that I used the 50 trillion Zimbabwean note to perform that miracle for you all. So
Nice. I have one of those
50
somewhere.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
No, you don't.
Because Sandy is from Zimbabwe, my girlfriend. She was born there. And when we went to visit like 5 years ago, 6 years ago now probably, I came back with one. It was like $1 million. Mine was $1 million note.
It's still cool though, right? I love that they have notes that are just so like obscene and large, right?
Yeah, crazy.
It's just funny.
It's absolutely crazy.
Oh.
So what's your plan for this week now that it's Monday and you got a full,
So
4
literally
days
after
before you
this,
got to do anything?
literally after this, I have to book the truck. And then I have to go and find some boxes to, like some packing boxes. I also have to cancel some things here, obviously. And then I have to make my YouTube video. I have to finish up my YouTube video.
Ooh, you got to cancel the magazine subscriptions.
Yeah, well, I've got my PO box and stuff that I have to deal with and stuff. So
yeah.
Which is fine.
Originally you said there was like 2 months left of this lease, right? The place you're in.
Yes.
But you have signed a lease in Sydney for like the end of this month, or
starts
within a month.
Starts next week.
So when are you actually moving to Sydney then?
Probably when this lease ends. So that's on July 4th.
Yeah. So you're going to like have everything packed and ready, but then actually move it in July.
My plan is to have everything packed and ready and moved, and then because this place came furnished. So I'll probably just stay here with like the bare minimum for like a week or two, and do each streets again. And obviously I have to like bond clean this place and all that noise. There's a few things that I just have to do. But yeah, then once it's all done, just take off. But like I said, there's going to be some opportunity though for each streets there. I was talking to some of the guys and they would like to have me get other magicians to fill the void. So if anyone thinks they've got what it takes, you can audition. But we got to,
you got to be a Patreon member.
You got to be a Patreon member. And, if you're interested, I guess you can reach out and we can have a chat about it. But they would like to fill the void. But also, it also means that when I come back, I can just do it myself. So there will obviously be some times when I'm just going to come back and take the reins, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. It'd be much like our friend, Nathan Hedges, Amigan Entertainment running the Holy Moly
exactly.
Magic.
Yeah, exactly. I even talked to Nathan about him doing a couple of nights,
Yeah, and for anyone who's thinking about it, like it's just a really fun place to do magic. Like it's like street magic for the stuff I was doing there. It's like street magic, but it's organized and it's like a nice setting.
It's not going to be like, you're not going to get paid a K a night, for example, but you are going to get an opportunity to perform and they let you film as well. So you can actually just go there, and they also let you hand out business cards and promote yourself. So really you end up with a nice place to grow as a performer, I suppose.
It's like a place.
Having any kind of residency is like a free way into the corporate world, right?
100%.
I've always just teetered on the edge of the corporate world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've always just sat there to the sideline like, I could step into it, but then I'd have to cut my hair and look more handsome, and I don't think I want to do that.
Like I think every time we'd gone there and filmed, and the couple of nights I did while you're away, like every time I go there, you always get like a few people, a few extra socials following, people like what you did. They start following you on Instagram and all that stuff. Then they're
pretty good people.
Yeah, they get you a business card, and then if you film stuff, like they follow you on wherever you're going to post it because they want to see it as well. So like, there's quite a few benefits that come from it if you're not doing
anything. What about you, Josh? You gonna take the reins on it a few times?
Dude, I'm keen, man. I was even talking to Sandy about it too. Like, I think doing 3 nights a week like would be hectic. Like, I'm just thinking of like, say I'm not booked for anything else. I'm like, You still want to be working.
Friday, Saturday would be the main
promoting.
days for you, man.
Okay.
Fridays and Saturdays.
So like,
but you should also try and do a little show there, man. Try and do a little street style show. See how you go.
It's possible.
I think you'd find that experience to be very interesting, and also it's not something that you've really done before. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You know what I mean? I think you do.
The whole F you, bro.
Yeah.
No, I just think the whole experience would be something that you'd enjoy, because there is something really nice about building a crowd over just having a crowd. And it's one of those things that you don't know until you know. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the only time I've done busking is when I went to New Zealand and met up with a busker. His name is Connor. Great dude. Worked with him at the Illusionist merch. It was just
you can be honest, bro. You told me you hated him. Nah, just kidding. Carry on,
and it is fun. It is fun to do it. It is fun, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, like,
how'd you go? Did you get a big fat crowd?
It was good. It was, the way it was set up was you had the road behind you, and then you had you busking, and then there was the walkway, and then the shops, if that makes sense. Like, it was a big enough walkway that people were busking along this long road, but it wasn't like a mall where it's just, so people can only walk in front of your show basically, and you're allowed to busk in that particular spot. But in saying that, like, the day before, he had someone walk up and just like scream and then flip over his table and walk away.
What?
Yeah, super weird.
That only happens to, I swear to God, that's never happened to me though. I've never had someone flip over my table. Like, I've had some dumb stuff happen, but not like that. That just seems extreme.
Yeah, I feel like it was someone who was just, kind of off their face a bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just weird. He must have a pretty delicate table too. I mean, my table's pretty sturdy, so it's like if you tried to flip it, you'd just annoy yourself in the process.
Totally. Bolt it down. But yeah, but in closure, I'd be keen to give each street a run for sure. Depending on the scheduling and stuff, and obviously, all the other great magicians that want to jump in, I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously, if you if you want to do it, you don't have to do every night. You can just do a couple. Fill the void, I guess, as it were.
For sure. And you know me,
free content, baby.
That's it,
baby.
I need a podcast. I need a podcast per week. I also need a vlog per week. So that's a great place to do it.
Yes.
All right. So this week's packing week. Packing week.
I mean, the next few months is packing, really, but.
Yep.
Yeah, today's hunting all the stuff that I need to pack. So like, containers and boxes or whatever else.
How many boxes are going to be used for your magic?
Probably a box for the cards alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, quite a lot, man. I got a fair bit of stuff now. I didn't really used to have much stuff. I mean, I've got this peering ladder here that's luckily it packs small.
Oh, bro.
But, I've got some stuff, eh? The Magic with Friends update. So Mr. Scott Painter, the fortunate thing is that we can start it now. Previously, we couldn't, though, because the places I was staying, the internet was so bad, I couldn't upload videos. And then my phone data, which is quite funny as well, I can actually even show you. My phone data, because the internet was so bad in these places, I used my phone data. And you can see here now, it says I have zero megabytes left for 11 days.
Damn.
So I couldn't even use my phone to do it. And so I had to, I just, I more or less just had to tell Josh that maybe we have to wait. But I thought that the internet would be okay down there in Sydney in the places that we stayed, because we stayed in this pretty good hotel. But geez, man, like running the podcast stuff, it was rough. It was tough, man.
I was lucky that you went down to that cafe because...
Dude, yeah, I had to go to the internet cafe just so that we could do the next one. But it was lucky that you had Doug in the other one, because mine kept lagging out, but you could still interact with Doug, so it worked out okay. But yeah, damn, dude.
That almost sounded like
we should really get Doug in here more often.
I agree.
He could be the third magic guy.
Could actually be, yeah. I mean, yeah, he has great opinions on stuff, and he knows so much.
He's a wealth of knowledge, man.
I can't believe we were just bringing up random books and he could just reference like the chapters in them or like what they're about and all that.
No, he knows. Yeah, he knows.
So,
what's up.
do you have? You said you were going to film some magic with friends. Do you have one already filmed or not yet?
I have some footage, but me being the dumbass I am, I transferred it onto the laptop that I had down in Sydney, and I left the Sydney and laptop with the laptop in Sydney. So I have to. So I just have to make a new one. But look, I have heaps of stuff here, so I can actually do it.
Sweet, because I have one filmed as well from Eat Street. So I'm just waiting. Like we've talked about this briefly, but I'm just waiting till like we start the engine before I start.
Well, today's Monday, right?
Pumping
so
it out.
We could start today.
Well, I'll wait until you put up one, and then I know for real it's starting, and then I'll schedule mine. All right.
Maybe you should put up yours first, and that way we know we're starting, and then
no, brother,
I'll put up mine. But yeah, no, we got plans. But there's just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, a lot.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
And I've told you as well. Like I'm starting this little. I just want to push myself, and I can't just wait for stuff to happen while this pandemic's still happening. So I'm in rehearsals for this new type of show, and I'm going to be in rehearsals for that for the next like 2 months of planning and meetings and stuff. And I'm meeting. I have a composer who's creating the music for this, and like it's so intricate having someone create music from nothing. All the little sounds in it and the tempo and the drops and all the sound effects and stuff like all have to be thought about. It's wild. Like that. Just like that.
But it's So like both of us are working on a lot of stuff. Is the point here, and. But the ultimate goal is we still make this. If nothing else, at least we're consistent with the podcast, right? So
yeah, this is the one place where I'm like, oh, cool, we get to do the podcast. And now that we're live streaming it, I won't lie, it's a hell of a lot easier to edit.
Right, that's poggers. No, yeah. Do you even have to edit these days? Are you finding that you're able to just more or less sync the audio so it's a bit neater and then just throw it up? Or
so the Patreon episode just goes straight up as it is, because it can be pretty raw. This one, what I do is I literally just trim out the starting timer, and and then I run the audio through like an equalizer so everything's leveled, and then that's it. Yeah,
sick, dude. That's great. We've acquired equalization, baby.
Yes.
Equality of audio.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. I use a program called Levelator. It just does all the work for you. You just drop the track in, comes out smooth as a baby. It's wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's good. But there's the what else we got going on there, Joshy?
Yeah, so I always look forward to the podcast. We've got what else we got? Obviously these lives happening, and we've got I was going to tell you just for fun. So the Stream Deck that I'm using, when you want to install it, you go to their website, but when you go there, it shows you their other products, and they actually have a Stream Deck app for your phone, bro. So there's actually an app where you can get it. So the Stream Deck will look like your phone basically, but all the emoticons and stuff will show up as they would on this thing. So
if I'm honest, I'd probably rather have the Stream Deck personally.
Okay, good. Me too. But
yeah,
because I have it. But
obviously, having it on your phone though would be super good for when I have to do that thing with the laptop and I'm traveling and stuff, right? That'd be good for that.
And also, it's free. As in, like, I'm sure you pay for the program, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than getting actual hardware, shipped to you and stuff. But it's so cool that it's just sitting here. Like, maybe I can actually hold it up to the camera so you can see. Like, it actually gives you a live count on how many people are watching it. There's a little view button which says 4, which is pretty good, super encouraging. And then you've got like a hide comment button, and I can switch scenes just from
I like it. I'm really enjoying making this type of like live content and stuff like that. In fact, I really wanted to start doing like some Twitch stuff, Twitch magic or something. I thought that'd be dope as.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk about
Twitch magic.
The Twitch, and a few people have recommended Discording our community as well.
Yeah, I think we should make a Discord for our community, because Discord is the good thing about Discord. I don't know how much you know about Discord, Josh. The good thing about a Discord is that we don't need to be present for people to take advantage of it. They can literally, so other patrons or other members of this podcast,
like our producers,
can sit in that. Yeah, they can sit in it together and just chat with each other. So if they want to, like, learn some magic off one another, they can do it that way.
Yeah.
And it's just a good place to hang out. I mean, Illusionist has one.
Ooh, that's smooth.
You know what time it is? It's time to get ourselves a Discord.
And Alex, who I just had the comment up there, he was chatting with me yesterday, offering his help to set it up, because I have set up one for my own self just to learn about it. I called it Josh Nobito's house, I think. And I can see that you have the main server, and then you can have like channels within the server for different topics and stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Very
So you can have like a whole thing with a mentalism, like guys talking about coin things. And the beautiful thing is that everyone can get onto these calls, onto these chat rooms with their cameras and stuff. So they can all show each other some magic and then offer pointers and stuff like that. And there's no cost. It's free.
So there's no so as well as having audio channels, you can share your camera at the same time.
Exactly. So you can literally jam with fellow magicians on there. It's just a good thing to have, I think. And the fact that we don't have it is a bit weak on our part.
I mean, currently the Magic Guys community is, this big, so like it's probably not.
Yeah, it's not massive.
Getting
but
too
I think
crazy
the Magic
yet.
with Friends is going to fix that. Which, by the way, I wanted to talk to you about. Do you think it came to me, baby. Do you think that we should post the Magic Guys, the Magic with Friends thing as YouTube Shorts? It came to me, baby. Because, YouTube Shorts is a whole new thing and it's available to us now. And it also means that it means that we can, because this is a podcast channel, right? The YouTube is supposed to be a podcast channel. And so if you post the shorts, it actually, they kind of separates the two a little bit, but also brings them together. Does that make sense?
I do see what you're saying. So what would the format of it be then? It would be just a 1 minute, hey guys, here's some magic with me. Boom, that was Magic with Friends. Just like a quick, snappy.
So just a quick little piece of magic or something. It doesn't, I mean, this is just an idea. It doesn't have to be like that, but
I think some of them could be like that.
Yeah, we could like mix and match it and do it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Interesting.
I
mean,
I think
the best way is to try it, right? I mean, on the side note, that would be, on the days where we're rushed for time, like that's a little easier to make.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think like obviously both of us are very busy already, but I don't think it would be. How 60 seconds is a good amount of time, assuming that you're just doing a snappy effect. Obviously, you can't do, Mercury's Aces or something crazy. Like you can't do, crazy routines. But you can still throw up a nice little trick, a nice little piece of magic, or a nice little flicker shot. By the way, I'm limiting you to one flicker shot video a month on the Magic Guys channel, okay?
Okay.
One. If you do more than one, I'm coming over to your house and breaking your fingers.
Just one, but I can do different variations, right? Like different hands, catch it, different hand, that kind of thing.
Brother.
Sweet.
No,
Sweet.
brother. One flicker shot.
Per day. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
You do any more and you're going to jail.
I think, if we're doing a trick to camera, then a short is probably perfect for it. And I think if we're doing like a street magic thing, then, we might want to use more time and do it.
That would probably go on our channels, right? The reason why I'm suggesting the shorts is because it gives people an opportunity. It gives people an opportunity to actually see that we can do magic, because we've got this podcast where we talk about magic, and there are probably a lot of people that join in that have no idea who we are. And so for them, it could just be a case of like, who is this person?
I get it. Yeah.
Who is this person and why are they offering me advice? But if they can suddenly see like, these guys actually have some skills, maybe I'll take some advice,
Well, that's the whole beauty of, that's the whole beauty of why the Magic with Friends will work for the podcast. Because normally people only listen to a podcast because like they followed you organically first, right? Like they've seen your stuff first, or they've seen my stuff first, and then they hit the podcast. But if we've got the magic of friends, that's sweet, baby. So I think, let's just try both. Let's try both.
Okay.
The one that I did film already.
Just do a normal top shot like a regular person, bro. Like, do I detect a hint of jealousy from Mr. Alex Blam over there?
By the way, my flicker shot tutorial is still booming on YouTube.
Got it. Hey, got it.
Hey, nice one. Look at that.
I've been. This is one of the things I practiced in the hotel room. I got it again, by the way.
Nice.
This is one of the things I practiced when I was in the hotel room because when I went to Sydney for the original trip, I got caught in this like torrential rain flood situation. I couldn't do anything.
Oh, damn.
So I just sat there practicing the flicker shot, baby. Nice, baby.
Nice, bro.
3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. But yeah.
When you can do 3 in a row, you know it's not a fluke. So that's good.
No, I still drop them now and again. I actually struggle still catching it with the deck in my hand. Like I can catch it, but like I find it much harder to catch it with the deck in my hand.
I think that's the one time that my hands come in handy because they're quite long, like they're long and narrow. So when I have the deck, I still have this extra amount of claws to grab it.
Can you boys do simple switch / instant reset? Huh? I'm not sure I know which routine. Are you talking about like
I think he's talking about routines that are resetting by the time you end it or just involve a simple switch. I think you're referring to magic, bro, which this is probably something we'll tackle on the Patreon podcast episode.
Yeah,
I think so.
Not really sure. Are we doing the Patreon immediately after this, by the way? Just to
what?
That's a Paul Harris effect.
Today is Monday, and I reckon we, if you got time, we can just do the Patreon. Literally, it comes out on Friday, so we could just do it on Thursday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, sounds good. But no, it's good. It's nice to have a lot of things coming up for both of us because there was a point there where our chats were we didn't really have much to say.
We were like,
we'd run out of shit to say.
Yeah, I remember there was one podcast we started because we were filming 4 in a day, and we got to the last one, and we're like, yeah, we'll be fine. And then we got like 5 minutes in, and we're like, yeah, we should probably stop to think about what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we literally had no idea what to say. I don't even think we recorded it that day. I think we skipped it and did it later because we had nothing to say.
It's very possible, bro. Very possible.
Good times. But yeah, now we're gonna have heaps of stuff to say, bro. I'll be in a different city, so it'll be a different situation. If you're ever in town, bro, bring your mic, bring your mic and cable, and you can record at my house.
I plan to, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I know there's I think there's one event so far that is already booked for Sydney later in the year, like in August or something. But then I'll be sure to stop by the pad. Film some stuff and we'll have a good time.
It's gonna be like golden, man.
No, I'm happy for you, man. Happy for you. It'll be sad that change is happening, but change is good. I know you'll kill it, but
bro, if it wasn't for change, I'd never get anything put in my hat.
Wow, we definitely can't end on that. Although that was good.
No, we're not gonna end for another 3 hours, right? Like,
sweet.
How long have we been recording for now?
Man, I can go for ages, but I think we've been live for 53 minutes. That's counting the 5-minute intro.
5 of that's a countdown. Yeah.
Yeah. But
anyway, even so, I think I'm not actually familiar with this simple switch instant reset routine that our friend Alex Blam is talking about here. Although I am a big fan of Paul Harris's work.
Paul Harris presents.
You know the True Astonishment series?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to own that. I've always wanted to buy it. I just never have.
Someone's got it out there.
Why. It's actually surprisingly hard to find now, but it's I definitely want it because it's good.
There are a few.
I just know that it's full of it's like owning Tarbell's course, right? It's just full of gold stuff. Like Tarbell's course or the Tommy Wonder books of Wonder. Those also.
It's funny, like for how accessible the world is now. There's still those rare items that are really hard to find. Which
I think separate, which is good though, because if you're anything like me, I like learning those old school classic stuff. And then because of it, it's uniquely different to what anyone else is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like someone, I'll go on stage. I remember doing a little variety act with like 2 other magicians at one stage. And they were doing things like just really generic stuff, like the bowling ball out of the page, that thing. And then like, it's just, I didn't even know. I can't even remember. It was also bloody generic. And then I roll out, like, I drag this table onto the stage, this old wooden rickety looking table, just, I deliberately make it a thing where it's like really like uncomfortable to drag it out there. And then boom, baby, the cups, or, boom, baby, the linking rings, just something of that nature, something old school, like the ring and rope routine. That's become one of my favorite routines at the moment. I love it.
Really?
It's just a good routine. It's just so visual, and it just has so much going on. It's got like a very visual, like melting of like the ring going through the rope, it linking back on. You're popping the ends off. The ends are instantly switching places. All this kind of crazy stuff. It sounds funny. The ends are switching places. But yeah, check it. Watch the ends switch places, Josh. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, see that? It looks like this in slow motion, but in full speed, it's like this.
Bro.
Nice.
Good gag. The good gag. It's like the SpongeBob gag.
It's not a bad gag.
Revolutionized. Now Jason has gagged himself, and there's an appropriate sound effect for that too, if you got it.
No, I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
And that's the live stream. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on The Magic Guys.
But still, if you could gag yourself with the larger rope and then do ring and rope, that'd be great. I'd definitely watch that. This is the real stuff you guys are getting. There we go. Oh, man, that's that's too good. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace, love, and positivity. Catch you later.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.